Hey, this is Cam Haynes here. I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough on building a time filters module in Anaplan. So you can see my screen here. What we're going to start out with is we're just going to build first off, a time filters module. We're in our module actually, I want to do it in our modules and our lists. We're going to insert a time filters module. It's going to be dimensionalized by time right here, and we're going to have some line items. Let's start with, let's just do weeks. Let's do some weeks. All week filter. All week filter. Let's do a month. All month filter. And let's do a year. All year filter. So we're going to make this module. And we're going to, here's the module right here. Here's our time scale. We're actually going to change our time scale in here. We're going to change it to weeks instead of months. We'll just do the 445. Let's do week ending. Kind of like that a little bit better. And let's start in January of 19 or 18. January of 18, I'm going to start that. It's going to update. So now in our time filters, we're going to come in here. We're going to change this to week. It's all going to be week for now. Actually, we're going to change this second one to month and this other one to year. So these are subsidiary views. We have our first off. We have our line item that's week, all week filter. That's in week. So that's our primary dimension of this module. And we have these other two subsidiary views, which are all month filter and year filter. So as we click on month, we're just in months here. And as we click on year, we are in year only. So for any filters module, the reason why we're doing this is because as you're looking at let's say a demand over time, let's say you don't want to see some of these summaries here, and we just want to do a filter to pull out just the weeks or just the months or just the years. This could be for exporting. It could also be for generating charts and graphs. So what we're going to, or just general, I like to see just my weeks. I don't want to see any of this mess up here. So what we're going to do is for this time filters module, we're first going to change these formats to Boolean. So we changed it to Boolean because that's how the filters work. Well, it could be number, but typically Boolean's a little bit easier to work with. So we're going to change all these to Boolean. And all we're going to do for this initial time filters is we're just going to change this to, we're just going to add a formula here that says true on the week. We're going to add another formula that says true on the month, as well as true on the year. So what is this doing? So all we're doing, we're just specifying to indicate that every week is going to be checked. And that's it. No, for this line, every week is checked, no month is checked, and no quarter is checked, no year is checked. So, and that goes the same for our month filter. So only the months are checked, and because it's only dimensionalized in months, the weeks are not. The same with the year, only the years are checked. So how do we use this? We're going to create another module, and I'm going to show you as you create that other module. Let's assume that other module is just you're looking at demand over time or any sort of data set over time. We're going to just do a data over time module. And we're just going to do, let's just do data here, or let's just do units. So we've got units. This is dimensionalized right now by nothing but time, just for the purposes of our example. So we have units. We're just gonna, let's just add 100 in here, and we'll just take it all the way across, pulling it all the way across the whole time scale. So now all we want to see is the weekly buckets and not the monthly or quarterly or yearly in our first example. So how are we going to do that? Well, we have our time filters module over here, and in this module, we're just going to come up into the filters selection icon right here, and we're going to say, I'll get rid of this one. That one automatically populates. And we're going to add a time, go into our time tab, add a filter here, and we're going to select. You can select different modules to set these filters up, and that's the whole reason behind time filters. You don't have to be in the same module to use a filter you can use a filter from a different module. So we're going to select time filters, and we're going to say, you know what, I only want to see weeks here. So I'm just going to filter this by showing only weeks, and there we have it. We can only see weeks. We have 100 across the board, and let's go ahead and save this view to see only weeks. And we're going to do this by save as, data over time, weeks only. And there we have it. So we come here, data over time, that's got the months and the years. Then we come over here to weeks, and it only has the weeks. We can do the same thing with months. I'll just show you that really fast. We come into filter, same type of thing. Time filter, in this case, we don't select week, we select month. Okay, and there we have it. We see only our months. Then we can save this as data over time, months only. So another reason for this is the fact that these filters are good for displaying not only charts and graphs, but even just the grid of data itself. So we're going to publish this to a dashboard, time filter exercise. I'm just going to call it that. Here it is, and we're going to, for this particular one, we're going to filter this, and all we want to do in this dashboard, in this grid, is say see weeks. Oh, I did not click the filter button. Enable the filter. Let's try that. So we only see weeks here. We're going to publish another one. Let's save that so we don't lose our work. We're going to publish another one here, and we're going to say we're going to publish this. Time filter exercise. We're going to filter this out and put it at month. And let's go ahead and do year, might as well. So we're going to publish this to a exercise. We're going to filter this one as well. And this is going to be by year. So it only sees year. This one has, this one's not working. Let's try enabling the filter. I should probably try to remember that. So we've got year, data over time by year. We've got data over time by month and data over time by week. So one thing that I like to do is, and this one's not working either. Time, month filter, we want this one to be weeks. And we need to do the filter again. So one thing that I like to do in my builds is to have kind of a dynamic time or a drill down time function, so we can kind of drill down from a year to a month to a week. So what we're going to do that is just synchronize this time and synchronize the months and synchronize the weeks. We're going to save that. And so as I select FY16, all of the months of FY16 will show up. And as I select January of 16, only the weeks within January of 2016 will show up. That goes with February, March, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's basically time filters in a nutshell. To review, set up your time filters module. This should be a staple in any Anaplan build, in my opinion. Anytime I do not have it, it's very frustrating, and I end up creating it anyway. So you have your time filters module. It can be dimensionalized by any type of time. You can even set different kind of time properties in here if you want, which I'll go into later. And then we have our data over time, and all we do is filter it based on that time filters module, and you can save the views. So if you just want to see weeks, you have those different save views, and then you can publish that to a dashboard, filter them based on those time filters, and drill down based on the year, based on the month, down to the week. You can even do it down to the day. I didn't show it in this video. So That's it for today. That's your time filters walkthrough. Thanks.